haven't videoed much, but with it being dark out and I've been focusing, so haven't been able to give you much info. But one thing you'll notice here is that the amount of kilometers remaining in my battery, 48, hasn't changed for like the last 20 kilometers because we've been going downhill. So 20 kilometers ago, this said 49 and the other one said 48, and it actually was worse than that. It had actually said 57 to go and 48 in my battery. But this huge down, like regenerative spot or going down a hill really helped with that. Said I'd make it, and I knew there was a big hill there, but it was a little nerve-wracking there when there was less in my battery than what I needed for distance. But you'll notice I've even gained 1% on that hill. I'll make it to the charger with 8%. So I'll explain a little bit more once I get to the charger as to what happened here. Nothing bad. It all went according to plan.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit...
Exactly right.
She's sleep talking. But yeah, I'll explain more in a bit. Yeah, see this 30 kilometer stretch of downhill, and here's some more. Built in enough range to get me where I was going. Okay guys, so I'll give you the Coles Notes version of what happened this evening on our drive from Hope to Kelowna. I stopped at the Hope Supercharger after volleyball and after Mass in order to get a charge. And I went to 5% over what I needed to get to Kelowna. So I had a 5% buffer. I went to 85% charge is what it was. And then it starts slowing down charging, and I didn't really feel like waiting, and I knew there was a charger in Merritt. So I said, well, I'm going to go with the 5% buffer, and then I'll just charge in Merritt. But as I drove, my 5% buffer remained, and it actually increased to 10% by the time I hit Merritt. So I thought, well, that's enough of a buffer, let's do it. Then, as you saw, as I was going through the mountains, my buffer shrank and shrank. Well, no, that's not right. My buffer didn't shrink. If you looked at my trip, my buffer actually, it shrank slightly. It went from 10 to 7, but I was still higher than what I left Hope with. So I was pretty confident that I'd make it. But then what I started seeing was the distance I had to go on my trip was longer than the amount of kilometers that it said were still in my battery, the estimates, right? So that made it a little nerve-wracking. At one point, I think it was 49 kilometers remaining in the battery, which is what you saw. And it was like 59 kilometers to get to where I was going, or even higher than that. So starting to get a little nervous, was starting to maybe have a little bit of range anxiety, but I said, okay, I know there's a hill coming. The car says I'm going to make it with 7%, so I slowed down a little, 5%, or, sorry, I'm really tired, it's 1 in the morning here. I slowed down 5 kilometers. I turned off the heat because I needed to cool down anyway, because I didn't want to fall asleep. And I hit the hill. And what happened at the hill was I started to get regenerative braking, and basically I went 50 kilometers on 17 kilometers of battery. So all the rest of it was done by regenerative braking. So look what I made it here with. I didn't make it with 7% remaining. I made it with 9% remaining. I made it with 33 kilometers remaining. Trusted the car. I got a little nervous trusting the car, but it did it, and it was awesome. Would I do that again? I mean, road conditions were really good. It was dark and it's late. I didn't want to run out that way, so that probably wasn't the smartest idea. I should have stopped in Merritt, but I was tired and I just wanted to get to the hotel. The car did what it was supposed to do, which was awesome. Trip computer amazes me every time I use it. It's just amazing. Even when I don't think it's going to make it, with crowdsourcing and with all of its computer data, it seems to know what's going to happen. I like my 20% buffer, and it would have taken like a 10-minute charge in Merritt's to get me that 10% buffer. So next time I will take that little extra amount of time, but the car can do it in a pinch. And I could have slowed down. So it's 1 in the morning. We've been at volleyball. Like, I'm even teary-eyed because it's just, I'm tired. My little girl's sleeping. So we're going to go. Mike was kind enough to book us a room. I was going to try to drive through the night because I wanted to get to a field trip I was supposed to do with Samantha tomorrow. But that isn't going to happen. I need some sleep. So see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to go thanks Mike for the room. So have a good night. So we slept in this morning. We got late checkout because we were so tired last night. And we just went for a swim. Haven't even done my hair yet. And I'm going to go move the car to the superchargers. I was going to plug in here last night, but this charger wasn't working. It had a charging fault and I was too tired to care about it. But yeah, so we're going to move to the superchargers and then get ready to go. Looks like we're partying like rock stars. Holy mackerel. I got here last night with 34 kilometers remaining in the battery. And because it's so hot here, it's like 30 degrees, the battery needed to cool itself, and it used the energy remaining to cool itself. Luckily, I was able to drive to the supercharger, and I'm about to plug in now. But cautionary tale: don't leave your car unplugged in a hot or a cold location where the battery will need to maintain a temperature of some sort, because there's going to be drain because it needs to do stuff. And yeah, you could wake up with no charge remaining and damage to your car. I'm going to go plug in right now. Don't tell Mike. And you know, I didn't want to plug in last night because I didn't want to be that EV charger that leaves their car overnight plugged in at a charger, a supercharger, but I was so tired. Like, I wouldn't have been able to come back out and move it. So yeah, I knew I should plug in, but there wasn't the destination charger. It was dead. I didn't want to be that EV owner, that left my car plugged in at a supercharger and wasn't charging anymore because it was full overnight. But it could have, like, you don't understand people's situations. And so for us to judge people in those cases, like, we don't understand everything or we don't have all the info. I didn't do any of those things. And thankfully, I'm okay. But again, probably should have charged a bit last night before I went to bed. I was just too tired. We're supercharging now. Check this out. So yeah, we're getting a good charge rate. It was at 0 kilometers in the battery. And now the car is happy again. So I'm gonna go get ready. Okay, first leg of our trip today, we're gonna, looks like, head to Revelstoke. Got my little charging issue solved. I have 328 kilometers in the battery. Note to self, don't leave your car at like 30 kilometers remaining when you have only, or when it's really hot or really cold outside, because you need a little bit to maintain your battery temperature. But it's all good. We're back in business. I'm not going to charge anymore. We're going to head out. I have a 30% buffer, which, note to self, I should have had last night as well. But anyway, let's get going. Right, Amelia? Okay. She wants yogurt. Apparently I should charge here. I'd reach Canmore with minus 52%. Don't think that's gonna happen. I made it with 34% remaining, and 34% was what was anticipated, except I left and it was like 30, so I actually did pretty good. Like always, Mike, just so you know. It's weird, my charger port isn't opening when I push the button anymore. I'm gonna have them check that. When I get home, I'm gonna schedule Cora for service. I'm getting to the end of my warranty, and I have a few things that need done, just little things. Maybe I'll do a separate video on what warranty work I'm gonna get done. So I think I'm gonna go. I recalculated, and after I charged here to 87%, and it says we'll get to Golden with 44%, charge there for a bit, have some supper, and then we'll get to Calgary with plenty of range. We can always stop in Canmore. So yeah, I think we're gonna move on to a quicker charger. So we're here in Golden. I wanted to go straight home, and I punched that in. I was hoping, wishful thinking, and here's what it said. So that's bad, in case you're wondering. So I guess we have to charge, which is fine. Let's do that. We haven't eaten yet either, so we're gonna do that at the same time. This is where I charged last time. No, it's not charging. So I'm gonna have to move. Apparently 2B is broken. Let's try 1B. Oh, so 1B appears to be working. There we go. And there you go. Not a bad charging rate. We'll go grab something to eat and we'll be on our way in no time. Ready to go get something to eat, Amelia? Last leg, Amelia, and then home. How long do we still have? Like 3 hours. Yeah. Just about there. What time does that get us home? Midnight.
11:47.
It's a fun trip though, right? You love spending time with your mom?
Love it.
I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. It's saying I'm going to make it home with 7%. That's going straight and not stopping in Canmore. I probably will stop in Canmore just because 7%, if it stays at 7%, but we'll see. I'm out of here because the charge is super slow. So, see you at the next place. We're home, yay! Made it home with 11% remaining, or 50 kilometers. Our trip was about 2,012 kilometers door to door, round trip. And it's been a long day. So good night, and thanks for coming with us.